Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, has once again stirred up controversy with his nomination of Pam Bondi for Attorney General of the United States. This move could drastically reshape the future of the U.S. justice system. However, before Bondi can officially take her place in office, many aspects of her past are being scrutinized. Videos, speeches, and actions from her past have surfaced, causing waves of concern about what a Bondi-led Department of Justice, DOJ, might look like. Pam Bondi is no stranger to the political scene, particularly to those who followed Trump's presidency. She was one of his strongest allies throughout his tenure, frequently defending him in public and appearing on media platforms to promote his agenda. However, as more details about her history come to light, it becomes clear that Bondi's involvement in spreading election lies and her questionable actions may raise serious concerns about her ability to serve as the nation's top prosecutor. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into Pam Bondi's past, her role in the 2020 election fraud conspiracy theories, and what her potential appointment as Attorney General might mean for the future of the United States. Who is Pam Bondi? Pam Bondi is a former Florida Attorney General, having served in the role from 2011 to 2019. During her time in office, Bondi was known for her hard-right stances on various issues, including her firm opposition to same-sex marriage and her efforts to fight against affordable health care in the state. While her policies often aligned with conservative values, it was her ties to Donald Trump that thrust her into the national spotlight. Bondi became one of Trump's most prominent political allies, regularly appearing at his rallies, defending him publicly, and even advocating for his agenda within the halls of power. As one of Trump's key surrogates, she helped to rally support for his policies among Republican voters and was considered a staunch defender during his impeachment trials. However, it's her involvement in the aftermath of the 2020 election that has drawn the most attention. In the months following the election, Bondi played an instrumental role in promoting the unfounded claims of widespread voter fraud and election rigging. She was a frequent figure on conservative media, echoing Trump's rhetoric and attacking the legitimacy of the election results. Pam Bondi's role in election lies. A closer look. As the 2020 presidential election results came in, Donald Trump and his supporters, including Pam Bondi, refused to accept the outcome. Despite a lack of evidence, Trump's legal team began to spread the narrative that the election had been stolen through widespread voter fraud. Bondi was one of the key figures helping to push this baseless narrative. Bondi appeared on various conservative media outlets, including Fox News, to claim that there had been irregularities in the election. She repeatedly pushed the idea that absentee ballots had been tampered with and that certain voting machines were corrupt. These claims, which were later proven false by election officials and courts across the country, were used to fuel the storming of the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. In a shocking video that has resurfaced online, Bondi is seen at a press conference where she doubles down on Trump's accusations, asserting that evidence of fraud is being suppressed by the mainstream media and the deep state. Her refusal to accept the certified results of the election is emblematic of her role in spreading disinformation and undermining the democratic process. A controversial past. Bondi's history of scandals. Pam Bondi's history is not without its controversies. One of the most notable scandals occurred in 2013 when it was revealed that Bondi had been involved in a lawsuit against the Trump University fraud case. As Florida Attorney General, Bondi had initially been contacted by Trump University victims who claimed to have been defrauded by the for-profit education institution. However, Bondi's office chose not to pursue the case. Just weeks after deciding to drop the investigation, Bondi received a $25,000 donation from a Trump-associated political action committee. This raised serious ethical questions about whether Bondi had been influenced by the donation, particularly when it was revealed that she had failed to fully disclose the donation in her campaign finance reports. Critics argued that this was an example of pay-to-play politics, where a politician's decisions were swayed by large financial contributions. Additionally, Bondi's relationship with Trump extended beyond campaign donations. She was part of Trump's legal team during the 2016 election, defending him against accusations of sexual misconduct. Throughout her career, Bondi has been closely tied to the Trump family, often using her position to align herself with Trump's political objectives. What does Bondi's potential appointment mean for the DOJ? As President Trump gears up for another political comeback, he has begun to reshape his inner circle, with the nomination of Pam Bondi as Attorney General being one of the most significant moves. If Bondi were to be confirmed, she would oversee the Department of Justice, a position of immense power and influence. Critics are concerned that Bondi's history of supporting Trump's baseless claims about the election will lead her to undermine the very institutions she would be tasked with overseeing. The DOJ has historically been an independent body, with the Attorney General serving as a protector of the rule of law. However, under Bondi's leadership, there is a fear that the DOJ could become a tool for advancing Trump's political agenda, rather than upholding justice and fairness. Bondi's refusal to accept the election results, coupled with her history of defending Trump against legal challenges, raises serious questions about her ability to remain impartial in her role. The Attorney General is supposed to serve the American people, not just one political party or individual. Bondi's close ties to Trump could pose a significant conflict of interest, especially if she is tasked with overseeing investigations into Trump's conduct, such as those related to the Capitol riot or his financial dealings. The fallout. What does this mean for America? The appointment of Pam Bondi as Attorney General could have far-reaching consequences for the United States. If confirmed, she would be in a position to influence key decisions related to the justice system, civil rights, and the fight against corruption. Many critics argue that Bondi's confirmation would represent a shift toward authoritarianism, where the legal system is used as a tool for political revenge rather than impartial justice. The fear is that under Bondi, the DOJ could prioritize protecting Trump and his allies over holding them accountable for their actions, further eroding trust in the rule of law. As Americans continue to grapple with the aftermath of the 2020 election and the storming of the Capitol, the stakes are high. Bondi's appointment could send a dangerous message about the future of American democracy and the integrity of its legal system. Pam Bondi's nomination as Attorney General is one of the most controversial moves by Donald Trump in his ongoing political career. Her role in spreading election lies, her questionable ethical practices, and her close ties to Trump raise serious concerns about her ability to serve as the nation's top prosecutor. If confirmed, Bondi could reshape the Department of Justice in ways that many fear could undermine the very principles that it is meant to uphold. As the confirmation process unfolds, it's important for the American people to carefully consider what this nomination means for the future of the country. Will the Department of Justice remain an independent institution, or will it become another tool for advancing political interests? Only time will tell, but the stakes have never been higher.